Next, a man has died after falling into an empty silo at a factory in Liverpool. Merseyside police say the 45-year-old man died at the scene in the Speak area. His next of kin have been informed. Emergency services were called to reports of what's being described as an industrial incident on Woodend Avenue shortly after 7:20 in the evening on Monday. An investigation is now underway involving both the police and the health and safety executive to determine how the man came to fall. There are renewed calls for action to tackle what's being described as a growing muddy expanse on Southport Beach in Merseyside. Councillor John Pugh has urged Sefton Council to rethink its strategy, accusing it of allowing vegetation and mud to take over the coastline. He's calling for what he described as some lateral thinking to help visitors reach the Golden Sands at the end of the pier. Councillor Pugh said, "We can do without the brickbats, but the way to deal with them is actually to do something. Sefton Council's strategy here is to just let nature take its course, do nothing about vegetation and let muddy areas increase." Sefton Council says the changes are due to a natural process called accretion, where sand returns to the beach over time, often following rough weather. A council spokesperson said accretion isn't anything new. In fact, it's been well known since the Victorian era of Southport. Healthy, dynamic coastlines change. They will continue to do so and have done so for thousands of years. Councillors in Cheshire will this week begin voting on plans to set up a new combined authority, paving the way for devolution in the county. Cheshire West and Chester is the first of the three local councils to put the proposals to elected members. They'll vote on whether to approve the creation of a Cheshire and Warrington combined authority, which would have powers over areas like housing and transport. If approved, the new authority is expected to be formally established early next year. And more than 1,000 book lovers turned out for the first ever Liverpool Book Festival. The event took place at the Invisible Wind Factory and brought together over 60 authors for a day of workshops, live music, talks and book stalls. Special guests included comedian Stan Boardman, Marvel writers Tim Quinn and Alan Cowsell, broadcaster Billy Butler, celebrity chef Dave Critchley and Sunday Times best-selling author Caroline Corcoran.